See, missing only a few people. Let's see. Last week's, what did we paint last week? Being a horse. Still not, still wet, still wet. Yeah. Hi guys. Let me get you back, get this back up.
Hi, James. It's Margaret.
Margaret, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very good. Hey, I saw your painting, but I didn't get a chance to comment on it. The one you did.
That's okay, James. I didn't expect you to do it, to comment today.
I usually try to do it right away. That way I don't forget. Sometimes I look at it, I go, oh, that's really great. I'll come back to it, but then I kind of forget and get going and gets buried in emails and I don't see it. So
okay,
that's my excuse. I always, sorry. I will get to it though.
okay.
So
That's good.
okay.
I
So,
just wanted you to know that I painted even if I didn't paint the horse.
well, the horse was, horse is fun. You didn't want to paint that one?
No, I do, but I've been wanting to paint the one that I did since last summer.
Oh,
So
okay.
Yeah, the horse is next.
Okay, good. Yeah, this one we had fun with. A lot of really, really, really good ones you guys came up with last week. So I'm pretty impressed with all you guys. Offhand, I'm not going to say anybody's was better than anybody else's, but they were just like everybody's was top notch. Very good, very good. But that was an easy one. I kind of figured this was kind of easy one, so I figured today we'll probably go a little bit harder. Sorry, I'm gonna have to mute you guys for a second. That happens. Just sometimes things go. People come in, make noise. That's what happens. So yeah, this one turned out really good. I'm glad you guys liked it. I liked it too. I added a few things, a little fence posts. I added a little bit. I had a little house back in here, just kind of built into the thing. You barely can see it. And then I put a little smoke coming off the chimney type thing. I don't know why. I just sometimes you get going, you go, oh, it's kind of a little bland over there. I want to draw some attention to it. So all of a sudden, he's not a wild horse anymore. Now he has a place to live. Okay, well, I changed it. Anyway, all right, let's get going. Everybody should be here now. Okay, yeah, here's what we're gonna paint. Hope you guys like this. I came from a friend of mine, Steve Broadwolf, who passed away a couple of years ago. But this is one of his. I've always wanted to paint it. Love the perspective on it, the scene, the wetness and stuff. I thought it'd be really great to paint. And so I thought we'd dive into this one and get busy. It's very challenging. So let's see what we got here. Let me see, pull it up. Come on, there you go. Let's see this one. Okay, here we go. Let's get to it. Ah, look at that thing. Look at that. To make this hard and stuff, the way we're going to paint this today is going to paint a reverse. I think instead of painting it in grays and all this other things, we're going to paint the birds first, and then we're going to have to paint around them. I think that's wrong. I wouldn't do that. Who would paint like that, right? We paint the easiest way possible, right? The dark, big darks, big grays, sky gray, buildings gray, pretty simple stuff. Let me see if I can get it here. Yeah, see, I showed you. Here's the perspective too. This is one of the things we always had trouble with, is getting the perspective right. And you guys can unmute yourself if you need to, stuff too. Teresa, what is it? I don't remember. Come on, I've sent this out afterwards. Remember? I think Marcia got this. Marcia knows about this. Okay, so the perspective is 1 point perspective mostly in the front here, but the buildings have a different perspective off to the side there. You can see that going down, right? So yeah, so this is gonna be a lot of fun. Colors definitely grays, a lot of cool grays. Rainy day, not it looks harder probably than it is and stuff. Oh gosh. What, you guys don't remember this? You guys think this is supposed to be a Swiss place? No, no, that was Norway I was doing. I thought you guys said you didn't want to paint it. Oh, did you guys forget something? You guys forgot what day it is, didn't you? Yeah, you guys all forgot what day it is. It's April Fool's Day. Congratulations. I got you guys pretty good. Oh, I get a kick out of myself every once in a while. All right. Yeah, but that photo we will paint one of these days. So don't worry about it. I'll go through that whole thing again. Okay, here we go. This is what we're going to be painting. This is Norway. I think this might be Bergen in Norway. Okay, this is it. This is what we're going to, a lot of buildings and nice gray buildings, some red buildings, and some yellow buildings. So not too tough. A little, being able to have a nice sharp brush on this will be really beneficial. Having like a newer, even a newer flat, will be able to get all these marks in this building here. I mean, should be able to get this really pretty quickly and easy. Also, these guys, really squared edges. So we should be able to get those and knock those guys out pretty quickly. That's what I'm thinking about. The rest is probably going to be a lot of bristle brush. I'm thinking because of the mountains. I love the design. Coming down here like that, that's a nice, strong line coming in, coming back out, and then coming back in. Nice little Z going in there, right? That's what we always look for, those nice little Z patterns in these things. And it kind of does a nice one for us. So we'll be working on that. Again, we're just mentioning color and stuff. Yeah, like, I love these kind of like these kind of little faded greens here, and then kind of moving to a little bit brighter patch over there, but then getting all these runs really that where they're just faded away, and then they fade away, and then they fade away to nothing, and then they fade into the sky. That's what we'll be trying to capture back there. So it's like 3/4 is half this painting. We're going to be doing really solid, sharp edges to it, and then the rest of it will be really soft stuff. So shouldn't be hard. Let's see. Okay. Coming back here, we got this little bit of road coming in here. We will be, if I don't have to paint the car. You don't have to paint the car if you don't want to, but I will paint it in probably at the end for you, trying to show you how to break it down into like 3 or 4 steps to paint that car. Painting let me blow it up here, and I can show you how I'll go about it. Really, I think the best thing you want to do is start with undercarriage. See if you can get that in one nice stroke. Don't worry about the wheels. Wheels are an extra stroke. Then get the midsection. Then get the glass. Don't worry about don't worry about seeing through. That's an extra stroke. And then just a scratch for the roof, and then a scratch of dark for the shadow. Yeah, then you got to put in the lights. So there's like you're gonna have like a dozen strokes to make this thing. That's but they should go pretty quickly. Everything gets smaller and smaller. And if you base everything off your one brush you're using, You can get these things. You can use the same. You get the like a small little flat brush, and you can do all those lines, those little things, and just be layer them right on top of each other. Very nice. Otherwise, coming back to this, that's what I was talking about. The fence here too. Don't make too much out of it. You don't have to go crazy with all the posts and stuff. Squint at it and see what stands out. That's mostly what you have to do, is squint at things, just see what stands out. Hit those things what draw your attention. Everything else can be just soft and blurry. That's the whole thing. Is the magic comes when you add your sharpening to whatever your focus comes into. So that's what we'll be working on today on this one. Okay. Any questions? I have you guys all muted. You guys can unmute yourself too. Sorry about that. Did you guys? I muted you all, didn't I?
Yeah, we were kind of mad.
Yeah, we were really, really, really mad.
Yeah, you really fooled us.
It was a crazy scramble. Everybody's scrambling on their phones and their
Yeah.
computers. What? Did I miss an email?
Hey, I've been planning this one for a long time. So I'm glad it worked. Anyway, thanks, guys, for joining. We are, this is gonna be a fun one. And we'll get over and get busy to it. I'm glad you guys enjoyed my little joke. I thought, you guys are gonna hang me there. Anyway, when I laid out my basic colors again, I have not changed them. I did add burnt umber to it though. So I got titanium whiteout, cad yellow light, cad red light, cad orange, gold ochre. What is it? Ochre? It says gold on it. I don't know why. This is oxide, red oxide light, alizarin crimson or rose madder deep, if you remember it. Cobalt blue hue, again, or phthalo green blue. I think it's phthalo green blue. Green blue, yes. And burnt umber. Brushes, we're just going to be using a couple big synthetics and little medium-sized synthetics. Maybe you have to get to a smaller one. This is probably the one I'm thinking, like the car can do the car really easy. See how sharp that is? Be able to do the car pretty easy with that. Then you're going to need some bristle brushes for all that background back in the mountains, and a trusty little eraser when we need it for highlights and things like that. Comes in handy. So, all right, where are they? Okay, here we go. See, this one would be easy to paint, guys. It's really the whole background's basically based off the same color. It's really quite easy, in fact. It's purples and grays, and a little more blue in the sky. That's it. Then some darks. Yeah, the buildings, but the buildings, you squint at them, they're just one big shape. That perspective. Okay, we got you. But we will be painting this. Let me pull it up on my screen. There we go. Colors are pretty close. I think this yellow one a little bit strong, and this guy back here and here went a little bit strong value color-wise. But otherwise, it's okay. It's a little bright compared to what's really going on. All right.
James, we can't see your palette.
God, I thought, okay, here we go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. What happened? Where is that? Okay, there he goes. Sorry about that. You guys got that now? Let me run through the colors again.
I got it.
They're the regular colors, but I did add burn umber there. Thanks for calling that out. I kind of just, my joke was just so good. I was still laughing to myself. That's what it was. Hey, now I just needed my knife somewhere. I dropped my knife somewhere. We can't get going until I have my knife. Oh, there he is. All right, colors. Definitely, these buildings probably have the darkest darks in them, of course, because they're warm and they have some things. But they're after that, everything kind of drops to a mid-tone, and the only difference is this: the mid-tones in the buildings have a lot of warmth, and they have reds and yellows and in them, where the background is all blue and grays and greens. So that should be interesting. So we're gonna mix up all the darks first, but we're gonna mix probably the buildings probably out of it too. The greens, I think we're gonna come out of we'll find some greens in it too. Definitely you're gonna have the blues are gonna come out over here in a different pile. So let's go with some of these darker places in here first. I'm going to start off with an interesting color I like. Phthalo green and burnt umber. Now, anything you put burnt umber in will be dry tomorrow morning. Pretty much. That's why I had it out on, I haven't played with it in a while, but I did have it on my palette on Saturday, and by Sunday morning, everything that was in it had burnt umber in it, was really dried up, even on my palette. Big piles of it were dried. So work with those, get those guys in and get them in strong. A little more burnt umber in my phthalo green here. Hopefully, I'm going to think these colors here will come down and do a nice job down here. I'm just thinking ahead. Also, a couple other browns I want to have in here. So I'm going to put out some more burnt umber. See, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I mean, I can't paint tomorrow, so I got to have this thing done tonight. So I'm going to go oxide red and burnt umber. What I'm thinking about is this guy, the big one right here. And if he's on the red oxide red side, just a little bit more burnt umber in it. There we go. Yeah, I know my stuff. There we go. So those two colors there will come in really handy to doing this. Okay, another couple colors. Burnt
Jim,
umber
what were those
again.
what were the last two you did? I'm sorry, I had to go run and get my burnt umber.
I can't remember. Oxide is oxide red. Oxide red and burnt umber and oxide red. I know I haven't used burnt umber in a while. So this next one then, what I see in there, I'm going to go for some of these darks. These guys are going to turn out, they'll be good for the darks, but they'll be great for the grays. One of my favorite all-time, this is one guy bought it out, one of my favorite all-time grays is burnt umber and blue. Because you go you get an old building, weathered old building, when you put white into those back color, you get a crazy amount of grays out of it they'll work really easy. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at these buildings right back in here. Going, yeah, some are warm, some have a lot of blue in them. So anything with blue in them is going to be on the blue side of burnt umber. And everything on these warm sides definitely going to have more burnt umber in. Okay, this roof. Okay, these roofs. Again, burn umber. I'm gonna go with burn umber again. I think, and I'm gonna just end it there with burn umber and the lizard. Just a little red into it. I think I can get all these roofs and everything out of that. Kind of these gonna be two little variations of that. I think I can do that. Anyway, that's gonna be pretty much the buildings. I'm gonna bring these guys down value wise. I'm gonna look for a value in let's say right here, right about this spot, right here on the thing, and that is really close to 7, maybe 8. So I'm going to split these piles and just add enough white to make them a 7, 8. These piles aren't huge. I don't think there's, not going to take a whole lot. The big areas coming up. But these things are like all the little things we need in there, all the detail. So it's good to have. Oop. A little bit too much white right off the bat. This is phthalo and burnt umber. Maybe it doesn't fit there, but maybe it could fit back in here. Oh, geez, maybe it could. Maybe I got to make a bigger pile of this. I didn't expect. I didn't think it was that would happen. I was more looking at this color. This color be a lot of fun in some of those buildings and stuff like that. I thought definitely any of this wood or this fence and stuff would have some, burnt umber and phthalo green mixed into it, mostly on the phthalo or burnt umber side. So I was really looking. So this guy's going to be, I'm going to have to make a big pile of him because I think I found the key to the painting already, at least to paint this stuff back in here. So it's always good. So this color, just a touch of white into it. This is burnt umber and oxide red light. Very simple colors we're mix up. Nothing too hard here. Start off with the burnt umbers. See what they get, a few colors mixes with those. This is on the burnt umber side. Nice. This is where I was thinking over in here. Definitely could come in here. Uh-oh, what was that? Hey, what was that? Somebody breathe hard, heavy breathing already? We're just mixing colors.
How come my colors don't look like yours?
Yeah,
don't
maybe
have
that's my
any.
problem.
You
They
guys say
never
that.
do.
Yeah, Kathleen, you don't have to see that, Kathleen. You always. What, yours don't look great out like this?
Yeah, it does, I guess.
Is it just too much white you're adding, or is it, you think?
It could be. Yeah, it could be.
Because, yeah, I'm barely adding hardly any white. And I'm trying to see where it can go. I'm hoping to get some of these buildings here. Didn't get it with the red side, probably get them on the brown side, though. Closer, a lot closer. Anyway, shows your sort of these guys back in here. I think definitely need to, we're gonna have to do a couple brighter ones in there, but that's a pretty good start for those guys. Like you said, I'm gonna jump in and we're gonna go right back into here. And I'm gonna have to jump back into this color here. I'm gonna mix it up over here. I'm gonna mix a better pile of it now that I know it works. I didn't think it would be that great. So it's gonna be, whoops, I don't need probably that much phthalo green, but it is gonna be on the phthalo green side. So this is phthalo green and burnt umber. I'm probably gonna put just a touch more burnt umber into that one. I'm not gonna do different sides with this one. I'm gonna do this one and I'm probably gonna blue it out. But I wanted to see what, get this value to back in here. See about adding white to it. Let's say just a touch of it and add white to it. Oh, that's a nice dark too, though. You might be able to save a little bit of that too. Who knows? I save a lot. Okay, so I'm putting white into it. I'm still dark, and I'm probably at almost an 8 now. How much white I put in this? I'm gonna have a little bit more to make it a 7. I think a 7 is the right color, right number. Perfect. Let's save a piece of that. And go a little lighter. You might have to yellow up too now. The white's taking over, cooling off.
Did you say you might have to put yellow in it?
I might. I'm just looking at it.
It sure looks like it to me.
Hey,
Hey, who asked me? I know.
it adds, yes, a little bit of yellow. Let's we're gonna do a thing. I'm gonna keep this pile. What happened when I started darkening it up, I got this pile and I said that's a pretty good spot. There might be some little areas in here in between to give me a shift back there in space. So I left it, and then I kept lightening up this one, this pile basically to a 7. And I got a good pile here. But there are a couple of shifts of colors in here. I think they're still going to be cool, which is this pile. But like we just said, we need kind of just a little bit of yellow added into one of them. And then I want to add, probably look at adding some purple or something into it. So I'm going to add just a little bit of yellow. Let's add just a scraping cad to it to warm it up. So I just barely added some cad to it. Didn't really do, got it right about the right thing. It doesn't really shift too much. I probably could shift it just a little bit more so it's not so close to this one. So I can tell them apart when they get laid next to each other. You can definitely see a warm and a cool. Okay. And that one's cool, but I will really start to need to get over here. So I'm going to add a little bit of alizarin to this guy. That will bring out the blue and the purples into this from the green, in the phthalo green. Now it'll start to fit in there. So see how that falls right back there? A little bit light, but that's okay. Because we're going to catch the rest of it on the next color. We're going to have to get a little bit darker back in here. So this will end up being highlights, probably for things back there. We're going to have to get some more lights yet in here from these things, but we're going to keep going and go right here and go to the sky and stuff like that. But let's get this blue-green going a little bit. You want to start off with blue? Let's start off with blue. Maybe knock it down with just a little bit of oxide red. Let's go there. I probably I'm going to tone this down to about this value here. Again, probably around 7. Maybe an 8. But it's cool, so might
I
have to use
You
7.
said that blue and green? No.
I was gonna put green in it, but I put oxide red into it. I'm gonna put green into it after I get this pile made up. I think that's where it's gonna go. So I decided not to. I'll get the value right first, and then I'm gonna tint the heck out of everything. Get the purples, get the greens, get the blues, get the brighter aquas in there, and so I'm gonna try to get the value first. So coming up, keep adding white to it. Just slightly off. A nice clean blue, really a lot of blue, not much red in it, okay? Okay. Not going to be in here too much. Now we're going to tint this thing up with a little bit of, yeah, it's a little bit more cooler on my screen than it is here on this this photo here. But bringing this up to a 7, I'm going to split it in half. Definitely going to need to go with a little more phthalo in it. I'll put a little phthalo green in it to bring out that green back that's in here. Yeah. It's a touch more. Okay. I'm going to split this pile up. I'm going to put a little more alizarin in it. This is just a cool red when I get back there. Cool it off when I get all the way back in here. This doesn't look right here because this is really warm. But I'll tell you, this color is pretty much it.
And that is alizarin and blue?
Alizarin blue, but it started off, this pile has a little bit of oxide red in it. Just a little bit of oxide red. Yeah. And then the value back in here I'm going for, and that value is pretty much right at a 5. I'm going to take this green back, this guy down. This is a little bit dark. Take him down to a 5. So these two match up. I want to have 2. I'm only going to have to use like 2 or 3 colors to do this area here. So I need a warm one, which would be on the green side. And then a cool one would be on the purple side. So this one close, just a little bit more green added to it. Maybe I even mixed it up wrong. You know? I doubt it. Try one more color. I know I went with blue, but I'm thinking maybe phthalo green and alizarin might be the really good color here. That's all right. Let me try it. It's always good to have one more color. I know I'm going to get the sky out of these colors, but I just want to have these 2. So these colors.
Sorry, so what are you doing now?
Nothing.
Good.
I am just doing a little experiment, trying to get phthalo green and alizarin to become blue. This is in there. If I add just enough phthalo green. Took it just a little light. This is in there too. Okay, I'm gonna leave with this and do a little more alizarin to this. On this side, do it two pieces. Not gonna do any darks. I don't need darks. I just need more midtones. So here's the color I'm looking for. That'll work pretty good, but it's just a hair dark. Maybe just a hair more alizarin in it.
I can't get that bright blue.
This
Next
one,
to those two, yeah.
Yeah, I can't either.
you know, it's specialty. I barely used any. It was mostly blue. It was really mostly blue, just a little bit of white. And then the oxide red, barely hardly any in there. That's the thing. Is it also, or also just, you know, will turn kind of dark and stuff.
What are you doing, you dummy?
There you go. See that? There's my blue. Just needed to be right, a mix of both these two together. You get a kind of a nice little blue gray.
So what do you think is all in that one?
This one,
Yeah.
that's just alizarin, phthalo green, alizarin, and white. This was on the green side. This is on the red side. This is right down the middle. When you combine both these guys and add enough, a little bit more white to it, you get this. This is going to be really great because this color here is really close to the color we need way back in here. Way back in here, we're going to need a little fit, and that's going to be really close to this color, I think. Add just enough white to it. A lot of little spots in this one. So, but I think these are all the colors. All we need now is the grass. We get the grass, we're gonna get the buildings, yellows in the buildings, you're gonna get the everything else we need. Oh, you guys want to do the sky too, the sky up there. That's just, yeah, it comes from probably this one. White added into it. You take it up to value of probably 3, maybe 4, maybe 2, but I would stay right there, in between 2 and 3. And that's the base color for this this cloud up here. So right here is basically right in here is going to be all your background there. Right in here is all your front stuff. Now to tie it all together is the greens. The lime greens, land, and some of those spots you can see in between trees. Here I am. I just cleaning my knife off after doing that sky, right? So I got a lot of blue white in there. I'm gonna add a little bit of ochre to it. Let me see what I got. Didn't turn as green as I thought it would. I definitely can get a few spots back in here out of it. Just a little bit more white and ochre, and I can get those guys. Okay, that's something. Completely wasted idea. I could use just a touch of cad yellow. I'm talking touch too. It's really keeping the cad yellow down. That's pretty close. it needs to be lightened up, I'll lighten it up. It's only a couple spots. All right. Now let's go back here and try to make this land here. I'm thinking again, a little bit of phthalo green, a little bit of burnt umber, my dark part of it. Adding cad orange in. Add cad orange in. Of course, I got making a little teeny pile for something that's big old spot down here. And Jesus, wake up. Okay, so I'm adding more green to it to make it bring that up. Definitely not even close. Definitely not even close. Okay, I'm gonna add, just started adding cad yellow. Tried to get away. I tried not to use cad yellow. And I made a pile of nothing. Okay, let's put this away. Don't do this color. You don't need to do it. Put it over there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let's do it. Do it the old-fashioned way. We'll cad yellow, phthalo green, cad yellow, bunch of white. I'm gonna put a lot of sky into this. So you can see, yeah, okay. I'm just trying not to use so much cad yellow in my painting. So there's a lot of cad yellow coming up. Nice and fluorescent. Okay. Now I'm going to steal some of that ochre and stuff, put back in here to kill that fluorescent color a little bit and get it to work. Okay. That's pretty good. I'm going to leave that there. I don't need too much of that, but I think if I tone this down with white, now pile down to this other stuff in here, it'll work. Yeah, probably need just a touch of sky in to cool it off. It doesn't get too nutsy. So those guys right there can work. Probably just, even if had just a touch of red in it, maybe oxide red in this color here, just to help with that a little bit. There we go. Grayed out enough, but still keep the color up there. That's almost getting to the point where it's just a little dark. Same with that one. I'll tell you how to make that one again. That was an easy mix. And I made it hard. Nothing new. Okay. And I'm just going to take a piece of this because I'm going to use it for some other stuff too. The buildings, definitely. I think I can use a few of these yellows, but oh boy, didn't mean to grab a touch ochre. Yellow just jumped out and grabbed me. So yellow whites, you're going to need some yellow whites for these buildings here. This is almost whiter. Also think about the sky reflection into those buildings. So they're going to have just a little bit of sky into them. Add enough blue, white into these things to knock off the yellow a little bit to cool it off. So it just flattens out. Might need just a little bit. Very intense, very light lights. Gonna need some of these other ones down in here too. More grayed out ones. Look for these guys, I would say. Look for any of these dark grays. Bring them down and just add a lot of white to them. And see what happens. I think that should be enough for the buildings. You're gonna find a little bit of off-white red in the bottoms of these buildings. And some grays. So I'll go through these colors. It's just nice to have off grays down here and reds. You might not need much of these guys, but you know, they can come in these buildings. It can be a lot of this stuff. So just knowing that they came from these grays up here is easy. So some pretty simple colors. All right, these first ones we started off with were burnt umber and phthalo green. So we had it on the green side, we had it on the phthalo green, burnt umber side. Brought them down to about a 7 with white. This is where I looked at it and came up with this color, which is basically our background colors. Here we have, again, burnt umber and oxide red light coming in. This is on the burnt umber side. This is on the red side. Coming down with white. Got a lot of buildings coming out of here with that, and some roofs and things like that. These dark stuff here, definitely in all these buildings. Burnt umber in blue. We got burnt umber and blues coming down. We got the blue side. We have the burnt umber side. And then we have burnt umber again and alizarin coming in. This is on the alizarin side. This is on the burnt umber side. You're going to find this in roofs and things like that. We can find all these colors. And being like they are, value-wise, really close, we can use them anywhere, even in the grays, even when we start doing side of the buildings, you know, where they need to be a little grayed out and stuff. You can always find a little spot of color to put some warmth and reds in there. It usually helps to bring it to life. Over here we have, again, I went back to this color here. This is burnt umber and phthalo green. This is with just a little bit of white, probably a little bit brighter than a 7. But it needed to go up to probably about a 5. So that's why we took it up to about a 5. Over here, I had one big pile and I split it. In this pile, I put some cad yellow in and trying to get some warmth into it. Over here, I put some alizarin into it. Then taking that, look back, we would go right into the mountains back in here. We go back into the mountains. And that would have been, that's just a little bit of blue, has a little oxide red into it. Just a little bit of oxide red, just to, you know, keep it from being too blue. So I added a bunch of white to it, to about a 5. But then I took it over here and I added a little phthalo green to it. And then we took it down. I took this pile and I split it though. This side I put in purple. I put a alizarin into it. And over here I put a little bit more. We put phthalo green into it. I think over there. More phthalo green. So it got a little bit lighter and stuff. It came down from here. So I took it from here. I kept adding white and a little more phthalo green to it. And then I took this pile down, or went back here and took it to white and adding white to it, trying to get the sky color basic out of it. Basic sky color, but then we'll mix up a few other colors to throw in there, but that's all we need for now. Also in the mountains back there, I was running into a few flat areas where it was just going to be too much to do just in the air. So I brought some phthalo green and alizarin mixes in over here. They're on the cool side. I went with alizarin because I wanted to be on the cool side. I wanted to, you know, drift back there and stuff. So we went with phthalo green and white and alizarin. This is alizarin and phthalo green, and this is a mix of both these two together, so you get a nice gray. Definitely gonna need that color. But I also saw in this color here, I said, well, that can be. There's a little land area over here and stuff, so let's leave a little more white added to it. Then we got over here and we made the grass. This one here, we start off with, I started off with trying to get ochre and yellow, ochre and no, I didn't. Burnt umber and cad orange together. Then I added cad red, yellow to it, trying to get it to a certain. It just wasn't going to get there. I knew it wasn't, so I put it away, and we had some sky piece of that. I added some sky to it, and just added a touch of cad yellow to it and a bunch of white to get this kind of off yellow color. That'll be for these areas back in here probably. But then I went back to the old cad yellow and phthalo green mix, and just a ton of white added to it. And then adding just a little bit of oxide red each one's bottom. Just a scratch, just to knock it off, so it doesn't feel too bright, too fluorescent. Over here we have just cad yellow and white mix for this house back in here, and then I just added a bunch more white to the side of it because I'm thinking the front side of this building, just to get sometimes the front sides of the buildings to be different from the back sides. You know, so just adding just a touch more light to it. These colors here just came from up here, these grays up here, kind of some grayed out ones. And what I tried to do is just match them up for some of these lighter areas back here in these guys. And this one's a little red, this one's a little gray, this one's a little more red. So knowing that where I can always grab a little bit of that and mix up some more things would be great. Whew, that is it. Nice and easy, right?
Right.
You know, the other one would have been so much easier to do. You guys forced me to do this one.
Oh. Oh.
Well, you wait. We come back. I'm coming back from that OPA. If I don't win an award, we're going to force you guys to do that one. That's it. That's it. No playing around. You don't expect to win that thing at all. That's a really tough one.
What paintings do you have in it, James?
Just one. I just got the water crossing, the one with Bjorn in the water. So
Cool.
that's all I ever paint.
Hey, it worked good last year.
Well, that's the whole thing is, you know, make it keep going, take some things as far as you can like that. Because you never know. You got sometimes you hit gold. You just got to keep mining it till it runs out.
Are you giving Bjorn some of the royalties and some of the glory?
Yeah. You know, I give him all the pats on the back he wants. Hey, he gets free room and board. You know. Okay, I'm gonna tone my canvas with burnt umber.
That's a shock.
That is a shock for this one. Hey, so when did you get back from London?
On Wednesday.
Ah, how was the jet lag? Bad?
Not so bad coming this way. Sort of tougher going the other way, I find.
Yeah.
I did
How'd you
did get to see the John Singer Sargent exhibit at the Tate, though, which was lovely.
Ooh, that would be nice. He's such a hack, though. You know what I mean?
Isn't he?
He is. You know, the guy. Now the guy knew how to do it. Though. Boy, God. Love. Yeah. I'm going to keep the browns and just keep the browns. They can be a little bit stronger in the front here, but in the middle, it's a little lighter, a little less in the sky. But anything I put this brown in is going to dirty up probably anyway. Good in the sky, probably going to be good in the grass down here too. No. Just thinking about when I'm toning this thing. Definite. Oh, I didn't even make up a gray for that. I didn't even look at that. Did not take those glass. See, no, nothing. Talk to myself again. Okay, I'm gonna tone this, rub this in. Whoops, sorry. Did I bring you guys in even? I didn't bring. Got a little mixed up here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna rub this in. There we go. Okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna take it all the way up top. And see where it comes down a little bit past half. So I did make about the right mark. There you go. So we're just going to work out that, find out where I want that, this. Get in that fence here. Okay. Building, like I said, least perspective on them is pretty simple. It's not really anything too dramatic. Oh. Do that. This area here. Get this guy in here, right about here. I want to get him a little bit in here, a little bit past center. And I can just use, this is a great thing about how be using a big brush like this, you can, really just use this whole side of the brush and go, well, that's about the right size for that top of the building, almost, really close. And I just have to get this and this and then take it over a little bit. Got a little bit longer roof. This roof, this part of the roof coming back just a little perspective, not by much. If you aim it all like right here or something, you should be good. You just start that one spot and it just keeps going, and you can start to see where little things go. A ridge vent there. Up window. That. Man, I think I already did that too small already. If I put this guy in here, come down, put in this stuff. Okay. Just a hair, just bring it up just a hair more. Catch it now. darken in that area already, just to start making some hay here. Huh. It's right here, and then it has the white bottom here. That's a nice thing is how the things all line up here and stuff. So now we'll speed some stuff up, speed up some of this painting. Kind of tells you where everything goes. You can just see the lines, follow the lines going over here. We got this building here, which just needs to be on the center. Usually just judge, everything, how it lines up. If I was lining straight lines across here, you can start to see where this building's, roof line is. Pretty much lines up with this guy. This thing's up just a little high. Okay. So that tells me this guy, this, so that point comes back. This point's back down to here. Hi. This is the red house back there. Getting close to ready. Really bad angle. Yeah. I heard somebody on me. Okay. Last one, let's see how it works out. Sometimes you can tell how things go. Things, match up pretty well, drawing wise. Look at it. I'm painting from the side. Oh boy, everything's falling to the side. Everything's leaning down. Oh, okay. Everything's supposed to lean up. So I'm just going to tilt the painting. Painting's going to tilt the canvas like that to make up for it. Now, bring it back down. Everything comes back down this way. That's the thing. It's only her horizontal thing. So they're not even that bad over here. Okay. Then we got that and stuff. We don't worry about any picket fences or anything like that. And a car or any of that stuff. You got another building back in here. Thing. Grass. Okay, so I'm just a little bit off drawing wise, but not bad. So I'm just going to break these the forest back here in the mountains. I'm just going to really do a big tree right here, right in here. Nice big dark tree. Nice spot. That's a great spot. Okay, and then right off it is a little triangle of land here, a little smaller, and then back in here there's another sliver land, bare land you can see. Then up here it gets rocky up there. Okay, rocky up there, Bullwinkle over here, and one mountain right in here. Just just a little bit more. It's almost like a, what do you call it? One of those brackets and typing. Little face thing. That's coming down. Okay. You know, that's the way this thing goes. Just get the big stuff where the big lines are, and you should be good. I want to get this probably right about in here. So I'm going to make sure that's where that ends. That comes up, comes past it. There. Okay. All right. Well, let's block it in and see how we do. Oh, I didn't finish up this part. Okay, there we go. Now I'm done. Well, I get to that a couple of small serrations. I'm just looking at on these mountains back in here. Really trying to make sure that each one, there's a lot of lines going through here, and making sure that they're definitely different than, so they don't want to become the same one. Okay. Almost like waves. We're painting waves. About the same thing. Looking at things, trying to make sure that you don't line up too quick, too systematically, that they have a little difference to them. All right, darkest darks first. Definitely in the builder. I will go with let's try the burnt umber and phthalo green. This probably should be red, but getting it in dark at the beginning. That's almost dark enough as it was. No, that's not going to go very far. Try some blue and phthalo. Blue and burnt umber for some of these little spots here. And back. They're going to be mostly in the shadows because it's a gray day, right? Gray days, you get warm shadows. That's the rule of thumb. Gray days, when you have warm shadows, you're going to have browns and purple, more reds in your shadows, colors. And then when you have cool days, or I mean sunny days, you're going to have cool shadows. That's pretty much it too.
What color are you using, please?
Oh, I am using burnt umber and blue right now. I tried to start off with the green, but it's not, wasn't much in it. It wasn't doing anything. So I'm going back. I went back to burnt umber and blue, very darks. Starting with my burnt umbers in the closer areas that are like anything in this area, in this front area of the buildings. I could use some burnt umber in the ridges and in the shadows. I like putting in the shadows like this because it gives me really good structure. Helps me, keep from losing myself. And knowing that the next color, when it bites in here, it's just going to grab just a little bit of the shadow color and, make another color. And should take me through a lot of this stuff here. So I'm going to go through and just look at this. I'm going to probably even start to paint in a couple roofs back in here, even though they seem a little bit lighter than this, a little more red than this, but that's okay. Put it in. Just sometimes to keep things going, not to be changing colors every 5 minutes. See how far I can go with this one color, even if I, even though it's not a perfect match at this point. It's a good value match. That's so much more important. I can always, tone it a little bit. I probably have the right color I'm going to run into. it's good to have things start to match up really quick. Definitely when I'm going to put a little more red, a little burn umber in this one. I'm going to do this roof back in here too, burn umber. But there's just a little bit of oil in it, in my color. To make it move and stuff, and it'll be just a little lighter than so the next color I put in there will be have some bite to it. Put in there and grab something. I'm going to go back now to this is phthalo green and burnt umber, but it's really one of the top first ones I made on the phthalo green side. I'm going to get this big tree here. While I'm here, I'm in my dark area right here. Want to get that guy in there. You might look for any other dark greens you got going. I was painting this one right here. That's what gave me the idea of going back and getting these greens and stuff and getting them in. So I can start to kind of judge color against color and work space and stuff like that. Okay. All right, I'm going to go now to my oxide red mixes, oxide red and burnt umber mix. This was a really nice one. I'm going to go with the dark side of it, which would be the burnt umber side. I want to put that in underneath first on this thing, and that's this building right here. I want to get this brown in pretty good. I'm not going to worry about windows. Windows are nothing to worry about. Unless they're Pella windows. If they're Pellas, then you got good windows. You're putting in some old windows here. Just get that whole shape done. All right. Like I said, I'm just going to go through a lot of this stuff and just touch it up the roofs just a little bit. Okay, so that's the dark side of it. Now you go with the rich or red side back into the same thing, more in the middle of the building. Yeah, that shows up pretty good. That doesn't really with some doors over there, down there. I did not mix up this orange, this building here though, did I? But I want to put this red in the shadow area because that's where it's going to end up being. It's going to be a nice mix, so I'll have to mix up that color out of there. All right. Let me see how this is going. Yeah, as long as I keep that going, I think. I keep taking it down and it's supposed to go up. All right, let's see. All right, I kind of went through all my darks I need. I might take a nice okay, this is burnt umber and alizarin. This box right here, I put in this right there. And put a little red in the doorway, right in the middle of that spot. That will take me inside. I keep mentioning putting a red in these little areas here, especially in midsections like that right here. Put something in there that takes you back. I mean, so look at maybe even, I was talking about these little guys. I darkened them in right away in the painting stuff. They probably could have, you know, gone a little later. But I always like to give myself little options. All right. Let's get some more grays in. Okay, the next one, I pretty much have all my darks done. Yeah, I mean, like, guess I could, you know, could have done this, but that's, I think, you know, this fence here and stuff is not going to be much to do. That would, this is just burnt umber blue. I'm just using right here, just gonna mark a few of those little areas right here, going down the fence and stuff. You know, how far that fence comes up, how high that one you want it. I did not make this color, but this color, that's not bad. So I know it's burnt umber, blue, and white. So that's that color. I just didn't mix up enough white to do it. I'm gonna get in here and start painting in some of these grays right in here and get this section taken care of real quick. So I'm gonna start off with this building here, and that's just blue and burnt umber. I want to put the blue in first because I just want it underneath, and then I'm going to come back in with the burnt umber side of it and try to keep the warmth to come through here a little bit. It almost does. So I'm just grabbing just a touch of that shadow, bringing it down. From there, I'm like, just get this square. You know, a lot of small things. I'm gonna have to switch off to a smaller synthetic here, or I'm not gonna be able to put these guys in fast enough. They're just gonna slow me down. So again, burnt umber and blue. There, and I'll probably do the same thing down in here. Look for things on the side of buildings. Here, there's a bunch of gray stuff over here, and boxes. Thanks. This building here, I'll put him in with it too. And then just really, it can almost be the same thing. All we have to do is come back and just separate them out, just like they almost do. You know, with just a little bit more warmth or a little bit more coolness. There, just like that. Just like that. I will be going back to my big brush in a minute to finish this thing off. This is going back. This is the next color. This is burnt umber and oxide red with white in it. It's really close to the right color. It might be just a little cool, which it is, but we can fix that. So we're finally getting the things with white in it. And just that a little bit of opacity helps, really just makes the difference right in there. I did not, let me see if I can mix up that color I was thinking about making up for, you know. That white might do it. Oops. Yellow still my white. Yeah, just more red. Red, maybe just a little cool red. just want to keep going on these buildings and stuff all at one time. So, slightly bigger brush here for putting in this rest of this building here. Brown version. This is it. Well, a little more light, a little more light. This color I just made up. That is cad red, a little bit of alizarin, touch of yellow, and white. Just a little bit. Light version, just add just a touch of white to it. I think that's what I'm going to do. Sometimes they're just areas are too small to give them a whole lot of anything. So this area here is just a lighter version of the same color. Give me the side. That was too much white. So maybe just add a little more yellow to it. Too much. Okay. So I'm just taking care of business. It's getting shapes put in. Like the only area I need to be really kind of even get halfway decent. And do a couple extra little strokes to this area here. Vary these 4 buildings or 3 buildings here. So just gonna come back with the burn umber side on some of these buildings. think that's, not blocked in, but it's getting there. I almost jumped the gun on this yellow here, even putting this building, and I just want to, get it in just a little bit light. Just a little bit too much. Nothing to it. There. Really jumping way ahead here, just putting in some of these lighter whites and stuff in the bottoms of these buildings. I think that'll be fine. I think this is where I want to be anyway. And that one's gonna make red. This next one over here has a little more green in it. Just a little bit of value change. Some garage doors in it too. Get a little mixed color there. That's about it, really. Building wise. Some straight lines. Definitely some doors need to go in and stuff like that, but let's get to the tough stuff. I like this one just a little more. So you guys all here? We were about right here.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on, speed up. No, I just want to get this buildings done. Bridge color up, yellow out a little bit. So I'm just looking for it back in here, in this building. Now I can just use these buildings back in here and use them to basically do all the drawing I missed, any mistakes I made. I can go back and use these guys to just clean up the edges. Yellow in this front building is forward. It does come forward a little bit too much now. Oh well. Fix that. A lot of little details you start putting in back in here. I'm not going to deal with those. One. Now, this stuff in here definitely needs to need a bristle brush for the rest of it. So a big old bristle brush would be great to have to really get this insides done here fast and quick. Definitely want to use some richness underneath colors. You know, colors that maybe don't really belong yet. Just to tone this area in a little bit. And then when I come back and bring in the real color, so grab a little bit of this. That'd be interesting.
What color
This
are you,
is,
what color are you using now then?
I am using, this is the off color I made, the cad yellow. No, this is, it was, no, not, yeah, it was cad yellow, but it was burnt umber, cad orange, cad yellow. That's what this is. I said I wasn't going to use it, right? I said I'm not going to use this color, so I put it off to the side because I knew I'd use it, but that was going to be in a mix. So I said I'll put it here, and this will be the under greens, you know, the dead grass, the dirt dying grass type stuff. I can put it there. All right, so that's what I put in there. Now I'll come back and I'll start on these blue greens over here. Let's start off with this color. This is phthalo green and burnt umber with white in it. It's the second row, number 7 tier. Stuff it's pretty dark, kind of a blue gray. I'm going to start that in the front here, right behind these building tops, right in here, and work it about halfway up that shape.
Can you repeat what pile you're grabbing from, Jim?
No, I can't. I'm sorry. That was for the. No, it's that was phthalo green and burnt umber. On the phthalo green side, with just a little bit of white. It was came down from the first pile I made.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm using it for my shadow colors in these trees here. So when you see sharp things like this, that's where I'm putting them in. It looks a little bluer in this photo than it is. So off there, got off my drawing a little bit. So I'm just going to rough this color in, and then just kind of go to the other colors. I'm going to use this coming back underneath a little bit farther too. I'm going to come in underneath but behind pretty much all these buildings, and I'm going to come back and, add in some lighter colors. But I think this got to get this dark in, I think, in between here quick.
Yeah. It got wet and not much.
I'm gonna look at that over here too, see what it does. And then these shadow colors here. Bring it in here too a little bit. this is one of those ones where the grass can have a lot of different colors in it. So this is just that burn umber and green and just white. Number 7 value. Changing some of my drawing things here as I go. Just want to have some fun little, what I'm doing is just creating a little patchwork thing so when I do put this stuff on, the next color on it, I have some goofy things gonna happen with the brush strokes and stuff. So it's not like, real common, not too flat. It can end up being flat pretty easy. So I'm just trying to add a little color to it and flair to it. So, it's starting to get the values right. Now it's just a couple colors and it'll be right. Okay. That work is pretty good. I am going to come down now and just go to my greens. My greens back in here. The ones we made down here with base were again burnt umber and phthalo green, mostly phthalo green. I only made one pile, though, because I wanted on the phthalo green side. But I took that one pile, added white to it, and then I split it. And add one made more yellow, and I made one make more cool. So I got the front, and I got a back side, and I got a depth. So that's what I was looking at. But here, this basic color, this is still pretty light coming in. You can just see this color, just not too much right here, but I think right back in here, as I start to cross over to the blue and stuff, you can start to see the blue side start to really start to shine here through on this green. So that's what I got going in here. And it's in with going into burnt umber, so it is kind of graying out again. So that's okay. And I'm putting it in again with a nice bristle brush. Because if I can do this kind of stuff, I can just create back in here. All these trees are not going to be much more than a stroke, a little bit of a push from the edge of the brush. That's all they're going to get. And if they're in the right value and right color range, they're going to be fine. They can be a little bit warm. They can be just off a little bit, but they're all in about the right value. It'll feel right. Just like that. I mean, I didn't do much yet. And this is already feeling better. Just trying to fix up a few spots here. I overpainted. And basically all I'm looking for is clumps too. Looking for little clumps that I can, make something out of. All right. I'll look and see anywhere else I can put this. I think I already used it over here. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Maybe back in this section against that yellow house be good. Okay. I'm going to put that in since I have that in my brush almost. See how that works when I get there. Okay. So that's pretty much it. There I'm just blocking wise. Now I'm going to go to the mountains in the background. I want to get those guys in. Let me see this blue. I might have made this blue a little light. Going in here, which I did. That's all right. Let's leave it for now. I'll get it in a minute. That's why you guys kept saying my color was so bright. You guys weren't getting it because you guys were just trying to tell me my color was off. That's all you guys were doing. Thank you. Appreciate it. I just knew it was going to be scrubbed in here like this, so it's going to darken up with a few mixes. Make sure you get these going straight up too. That's the cool thing about that. All right. This could go a little more. Probably did make this a little bit too, yes, a touch too, should be a little more phthalo green right in here. I use that right in here. It's just a little more phthalo green and blue. Right in that one spot there. Coming down to here, there's a little break coming down. That's better. That's better. I'll keep going with that. Now I'm going to go push it back over to the blue side for this. Just a little bit more blue as we get going. There is a lot of stuff, looks like, back in here, right? Too. So. That area should go really a lot darker. Probably more purpley, but I'll get to it. I'll get it. Color correct, color correct. The green comes before blue, so anything with green in it is going to come to your eyes faster. So this piece here having a little more green into it, and this one having just same value, but just in blue, will recede simpler and easy. Okay. I think I might have made these secondary colors up just a little light. When after putting that one in, I'm thinking this one. This is this kind of a purple right in here. I think that's going to be way too light. 1 second. Let me try this purple. It's almost too dark, but that's better. This is phthalo green and alizarin coming back into this color because I was saying it needed more purple in it right in here. Oh. But still going to keep the phthalo green and then over here later. Probably gonna have to change that. This needs more phthalo green in it. So this is just basically on this whole section back in here. Nothing more than mixes of phthalo green and alizarin. This little section, I feel a little lightness coming in. So I get the big areas. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the blue side, I think. I'll take this up just a hair into the sky here. Give the strength of it down below. When I get to there, I just want to see about this guy being a little darker. Color I used was burn umber phthalo green. I took a, since I was done with that main pile, I've just added blue to it, some blue to it. Trying to get it back into here a little bit. That darkness I didn't have there. I'll be able to use that for a lot of my shadow colors up here a little bit. And some loose trees. That helped a lot. Now I'll see if I can use the I use the sky here colors to bring it down. I'm thinking now that I'm putting this in, I'll put it in, but I think this color's a little light. I went with that color and that. It should be this color. So So this color, even though I made up a white, a sky color, it doesn't seem like it's the right, it's too cool. We got going here. So it is phthalo green, alizarin, and white, a lot of white. Almost what we used everywhere else in this back area. So gonna keep it kind of, gonna be very soft here. So I'm just rubbing it in. Just gonna be able to hopefully make a couple value changes in this mountain back in here. good to get it blocked in, so I'm just gonna. Even though the color's not perfect for everything, value wise, it's pretty good. It's gonna give me something to play off of. And I gotta come back and make color corrections. All right, now that's lightening up here a little bit. I think it's more of that burnt umber than anything else. It's probably should be. It's just a little cool. Put a little more burnt umber in my color here. I think that's I want some warmth up here, the very top. At least that's what I'm seeing. A little bit more warmth. And I was looking at that and going, that's the right color. So it tells me it's probably burnt umber and white and just a little bit of blue. Blending into these other colors here. I'll try to clean them up now a little bit. That color. About that color. Way better than that. Just marking out a few places where I'm going to put trees and stuff right now. Those areas here just a little bit light. I didn't. God, it's going to be a lot darker. How we all doing? Still got a half hour to paint. Come on. Do it. We got a block in. So just some nice corrections may be made. Let's see, we got some of these yellow greens and stuff. Let's start getting those guys in. Back in here, I think. See, that was, you can see that color was just way too bright. So I think my scumble down color was closer than this. But this is how I was planning to paint this, just kind of with a bristle brush, a little bit of every direction type thing. Not being too smooth with it. Boy, that color looked a lot different on my palette. Looked a lot nicer than that. I have to warm it up. So I'm just creating some patchwork here. Following what's down there and stuff, trying to bring this thing back in. Let's step back here. I'm just gonna, way too bright. I really messed it up. Color wise. That's a great thing about oil. You can just keep going and fix things. So all right. So we've got some buildings done. You know, don't got windows in, but I'll show you how to put a couple in. And try to hopefully do a little bit of the car. Yeah, I'm going to start and you know, start working in here a little bit with a little bit lighter colors. Let's see, this is a warmer color. Let's see what this does. A little brighter and warmer. And now all I got to do is get the tops of the trees. I'm not getting the whole tops, maybe a little bit of a side in the front ones. But as I go back, it's really almost just the tops. That one might be a little light. I might be a little light on that color. Not much. Blue, not too blue, maybe. Maybe these guys are go back in here. Yeah, they do work. Okay. So I'm working with the warm side of that color we made up, and we're going to be using it mainly in this front area. Maybe add just a little more yellow to it, just to gray it out a little bit. You could just get a little hair cool for some of these areas in here. Yeah. Got a few too many cool spots too early. It's okay to have them up higher in the painting. But right in here, they're just getting a little. They're jumping forward because they're up against with too much contrast. Where this color, I want it to jump forward a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go about halfway up with this color, I think. You start to see it gets too warm up here. It starts to fall forward a little bit. It's all by when they're all by themselves. They start to jump forward a little bit too much. We'll cool that off with the cool side. See if this is even cool enough. It's cool enough. And I'm finding this line going down in here too. 2 lines of trees, and then try to keep it a little simple. I mean, and not do every tree, just do 2 rows that I kind of see one going on the outside of the rim of the thing, and then one breaks off and comes down and works its way into the middle of the section. That's what I'm finding. Yeah, I found that tree shadow I just put in with just a little more yellow in it. Closer to this grass color than what I was putting in that I thought was supposed to be. I made grass color for, which is good. Okay. Okay. So if you get this area done, you know, you put the details in this area like this is just kind of a little blotchy thing here. Back in here, you don't have to do anything hardly. Everything gets to be a little bit less and less and less back in here. We're finding a few more places to put this guy, this color back in here. I put this dark one. Finding a few spots I can start to put it in. You know, use it in a few of the stronger shadow areas. That's where I put all that brown in here too, though. So everything, it goes behind that. So it can go into here and up here. A few spots. Basically, it's the body of a lot of trees. That's about it. There we go. Getting there. Almost time to put in some cars and streets. would say definitely. We're probably going to end up doing a little bit of finger work on this stuff in the back here too, to soften it. Keep it nice and soft. Kind of blur out a few edges. Usually, it's nothing more than a finger can do. We'll do it pretty easily. A little bit too blue. And it's got a little bit too purple. And that's to be about it. I think all I have to do is use the sky color now. Come back in and do a few of these, any of these one places here. Don't have to do too much there. It's only a few strokes. It should work pretty good. So it's going in pretty nice. This is basically, I said sky color. This is phthalo green and the alizarin with a little more white in it. That's all it is right now. Just need, I'm just picking out these little teeny areas that kind of just separate out a shape, break a shape up. Definitely can use this color. You know, I even have just a hair of green on my brush from this other stuff too. So it's not like take this back and make this sort of striation on this rock. There we go. All of a sudden it starts to behave. That's right. So I'll just be using my finger to make the rest of these guys. Going back, just changing around. Because these edges down back in here don't mean anything. As long as you don't have anything too strong back in here. Okay. Now you can start to see it taking shape a little bit. Like I said, that road color is pretty close. I mean, yeah, it got to be grayed out. But it's burnt sienna in white, and burnt umber in white. So, blue, burnt umber, and white. Definitely want to mix up a couple of versions, little things. You'll have a little more warmth at the beginning and a little cooler in the back. Maybe put a little, lighten it up even as it goes back into space. Let's see what happens here. Back to a synthetic. little dark. Okay. Not too dark. Okay. Well, it's a block in. I went a little cool. You can see how cool it went. But just a little more burn umber in my pile. Get a little bit more warmth here and there. A lot of times, I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to hit a few spots. And let it go. I don't want to do too much. Could be cool. Okay, let's put that car in. I know you all been waiting for that, right? Everybody's ready at the car. You guys probably already put it in, right? How many people put it in already?
Not me. Yeah.
Not you.
No, I just got the road in.
No
car-
car. No
No
car.
car.
We're just-
Car.
Fast.
Come on, car. Let's get the highlights in a little bit, and then windows. Probably a little more light here and there on things. So I have to get a lot done today on this. Now that building there could be a lot more CAD red into it. So just fix this. I'll be looking at doing, and then I'm going to put in the car. Yeah. one of the things on buildings and stuff too is keeping them a little, finding the shadows at the top edges and the shadows at the bottom edge. This guy just needs, I got to catch that light. I'm missing that. Missing that light on that building. Color on that building is just a little bit different than what I have. I think it's just a little bit cleaner in a few spots. Enlightened. All I'll end up doing now is, at the end here, when I'm getting closer to the, fixing up these buildings and stuff, just looking for a few gray areas to make sure it's not too close to this building and little things. These buildings here, 2-step out. Which they do, that works. Uh, one of the things. One of the things to look for too is the pylons and stuff like that. Using those guys to benefit, to really, they add a lot of interesting things to it without doing much. I mean, just putting them in. So look for those guys. Make sure you put them in at angles, stuff like that. Make sure they do fall at different goofy angles, so it's always fun to look at. All right, let me see. My good synthetic. That should be it. All right. That's a warm dark underneath that car. So I'm going to go with something with red in it, a burnt umber red. Now I'm just going to, do that little shaft. A little bit bigger. Not too bad. Okay. And the second part is a square just above it. Well, like I said, it should be lighter. Then I'll put in the window. for that greenness. Face it back to the right part again. I'll just be using the tip of my brush to the roof. A little heavy. Yeah, I missed it a little bit, but a little too tall, but it could be a little wider. And then all we got left to do is, you know, gutters and stuff like that. Windows. And we got, oh, pretty much got to be done now. I'll bring you guys in for a close up now. I have that done. And I'll show you where else I got to do. Makes sense out of a few things there, but okay, there's the buildings so far. And the grass coming in. Road looks a little cool, but it's not quite, it's a little warmer than that. And then the mountains back there, as you can see. Just a couple of changes of values of color back there. It's not going to get a whole lot more. But let's see how everybody's been doing. It's a fun one. I mean, you can work on it for a while. Let's see. So let's see. Let's see. Who wants a show? Eva's up. Eva's first up.
Okay. Oops.
Hey.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
That's a really great start. Really, really good start. Your buildings could be a little dark, but I think you know, you're on your way with that. You'll be able to lighten them up a little bit here and there. I see that dark, and maybe I'm wrong too. So, wow, you were even got windows in. I thought this was supposed to be a tough one. Look at that background. Bring that background up a little bit close. Let me see those mountains back there. Okay, you know, forget
that's
about
nice.
what I said about it being dark. It's fine. Yeah, now that's really lightening up a little bit. Back there, it was real contrasty. I don't like it as much close. I like it back farther away. There you go. Ava, that's a great start.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, really fabulous. This is right up your alley, right?
Well, I kind of like those, That's why I got so scared about that water. Because I was mentally prepared for all those mountains, etc.
I figured you guys, I thought I'd throw it at you, That's right there in Lakeshore Drive. Come on. Anybody could paint that. But no, your buildings look really good. I love your good tones in them. That front building, you did a great job on. And just putting the windows in, the windows are going in pretty nicely. Simple, keep them clean. Don't overwork them. Even if they mess up a little bit, leave it. Just keep going.
Okay.
It's a really good job. All right, nice job, Eva. Eva, how old's your niece who's coming?
She's 40.
Oh,
Well, don't worry, she is not a child, no.
okay. I just wondered if we needed to get some toys for her.
You get scared. No, don't worry.
Okay. Carol Olson, you're up.
Yeah. Here.
Oh,
There we go. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's a nice dog.
It's a
Isn't
nice.
that what we were doing?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny.
Right back at you.
yeah.
Let me see. Oh, shoot. I think my light is bad right now, so.
That's okay. That's okay. I just wanted to get an idea. Okay. Oh, good job on those buildings and got them in there. And everything, softness. You're really good with your edges. Your edges are really good in the back, soft, everything. The car could be a little bit of a trouble, but I think he's a little small for that area. If he would have went back
Probably.
just a little bit farther, he would have been about the right size. Right now, he's just a little small for that spot.
Yeah.
Well, that could be a bug. It could be a one of those, German cars.
Volkswagen.
Yeah, Volkswagen. But your buildings look good. I love your treatment of the buildings, the way you're putting them in, and that's really some good, strong brush movement in there. Colors are good. I think, you probably just have to brighten it up a little bit with more yellow in the thing. But otherwise, a lot of the things you hit really well. Nice job.
Thank you.
Fabulous.
All right, well.
Keep working on it. You're not done.
No, I'm not.
Okay. All right. Let's see who we got here left. Lisa, we got who else? Come on. Turn on your videos, people. Sharon's up. Come on, Sharon was on and off.
I'm
Hey,
on.
Jim, I'm ready.
Sorry, Kathleen. You can go into Kathleen real quick.
Okay.
I just saw who
You're
turns
fine.
on the.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a funny one too.
Yeah, right.
Got to make the most of this. We got to pay you back.
Yeah.
That looked good though. Ooh.
Oh, thanks. I had his face in and then I took it completely out. So now I got to do it again. But
Wow, great
Pretty
start.
rough.
Fabulous. Really, really good sharp edges. Really good edges. That's a Richard Schmid right there you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
Except for that
look
car.
them
You did a small car too. I think I did
Huh?
a small car. So I think I led you guys all down the wrong road there. So find a little bit bigger brush and do that car
Make it bigger?
just a little bit bigger. You can keep the same spot at the bottom, just make them just a little bit bigger, longer, wider, and just a hair taller.
Okay.
Good job on everything else. I mean, you're really some fun stuff going on in the back of those back there and stuff. You're really having some fun with your brush movements. That's the cool thing is when you do stiff, strong stuff like this in the bottom, and you can do anything you want in the back when you got that kind of structure in the front, because that just makes everything in the back just more fun.
Business
That's
in
really
the
good.
front, party in the back.
I'm
yeah.
just trying
Oh,
to
yeah.
keep up. So it looks kind of messy, but it's
Oh,
good to
okay.
let go. Yeah.
It's good. Your buildings look great.
Well, thank
Good
you.
job. Good solid buildings.
Well, they were
All right.
sketched in, so.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
know. I knew you guys did that. I just wanted to see how many people would, scream and cry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you scream and cry?
I did. Me? Here's mine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
That's a
That's
great
beautiful.
watercolor, though.
Uh-oh. Now look at me, little Miss Smarty Pants. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You were going to send this over there, weren't you? This is going to the Louvre.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, really cool.
Pretty.
Great work. Good, really great for, starting up so quick. I just amazed you guys even kept up with me. I mean, got that, that is really great for an hour and a half painting. That's really cool. What happened? I think we lost you there, or did I touch something?
I think you touched me.
I didn't. Did I touch somebody? I must hit touch some. Okay, back to Linda.
I can still see me, I think.
Okay, let me try going back. I don't know what I did here.
What should I do? Oh, hang on.
No, just you're looking great. Just stay where you are.
Okay.
I
Okay,
think
thank you.
Yeah, I did something myself. Yeah, I was surprised. Oh, there we go. I don't
There
know. I did some. Okay, Lisa. Let's see what Lisa did.
Pretty.
Yeah, really great start, Lisa.
Very nice. Wow.
Look at that. You took the buildings, you shrunk them up, you moved them over. That's really nice. Good ideas.
Yeah.
You're making that work. Now what?
Oh, I need to push the back. Oh, no, it's way not done. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no. There's just
That's
a ton of
fine.
work to be done on this thing.
Oh yeah.
The
no,
buildings
you got-
are fun though.
Are they?
Yeah, I love
Good.
doing the buildings.
Okay. Well, that's very sharp and very clean, very crisp. I can see, they can be really, have a lot of interest in them. I like that really a lot. You gonna put cows in this or what?
Chickens and a tent.
Chickens.
You need some stuff in here now. Okay. No, everything's going great here. I don't have any problems. I think, I watch the color of the mountain, that light blue mountain up there. But
I know it wants to, that's gotta get painted over.
I figure I'd give you some room. Yeah, really good job on the depth, the forest back there in the mountains. Really good job on that stuff so far. Good colors. Don't see nothing jumping out at me there. So you're good so far.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Let's see, Lisa, Lori Tucker.
Yes,
Come on, Lori. Show.
my
Ooh.
buildings are really messy.
Yeah, good messy though. That's a nice mess you got
that's
going.
nice.
I like that. That's a good clump
That's
building. Really nice, laid out.
They don't make any sense.
I have no sense of things either. When I on some of these things, places, and you just got to kind of go with it a little bit and just, hope it turns out. I think drawing wise and stuff, I think the front buildings are really the only ones that mean anything.
Okay.
And I mean, you hit those, and everything in the back is just a couple little rooftops and things like that. That's all we need to show. You don't need to show them the whole picture and things. I think you're good there. Good cropping on it and things. You put that car in there and you got it made. No, just watch your, have some fun with your edges in the back in the mountains and stuff, bringing in the fog or cloud rolling in, and you'll be good. You'll be good.
All right, I'll fix those buildings. My paint's all a mess, mud.
No, just watching.
It looks good though. I like the way you're laying it in. I don't, you need a little age to them. So the mud kind of creates that age. So, don't worry. I don't see anything. I would say they're almost too bright. The light in the things are almost just a hair too bright, but that's about it.
Okay,
They're really cool.
very good.
All
Thank you.
right. Thank you. Mike. Now, Mike.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Mike. How'd you do? Oh, look he's been waiting.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Mike is,
Good.
he's been waiting on this one to show off. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, good job on the building so far. They're very, very well done. Put in there, very good structure going so far. Good blocking, really good block in, some good soft things happening in the background back there. I would say, yeah, all you need to do is probably warm up that front edge of the grass. The front from the bottom of the painting to about the mid section of that grass, warm it up a little bit more because it's kind of dropping off. So that'll bring it up forward to us a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great. And everything else, you didn't put the car in yet.
Not yet.
You don't
I
have.
will.
There
I will.
you go.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Good. Okay. And then you got to already put windows in. That's nice.
Yeah,
Really
they're
good.
okay.
I mean, I'm so surprised that you guys always keep up with me. And it's great to see you guys do it. I mean, really to be able to get this done in a couple hours like that. Really nice. Okay. Sharon, let's see what you have.
I'm
Good
not
share.
sure. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to share because my camera is not focused for some reason.
Oh.
I'll
I
post it in the Facebook.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to
That's-
take everybody's time.
I like the blurriness. It works real good in the mountains, though.
Soft edges.
Yes. I'm always
I'll
telling
put
people
it on
soft
Facebook.
edges. You really
Yeah.
did a number on it.
And I would appreciate some feedback. I'm going to learn to use this iPad. So,
Okay.
okay.
we'll,
Thank you.
We'll definitely give you some feedback.
Okay, great.
Marcia, did you paint? Teresa painted. Hopefully she's there. Marcia might be asleep. Okay. Teresa, did you paint? You got to turn your stuff on. And did I miss anybody else?
No, I didn't paint.
What good are you?
Useless.
Okay. And then Teresa back down there doesn't have her mic or her video on. And Monica,
You missed me, Mr. Swanson.
did you paint Monica?
Yes.
No way. Did you? Let's see.
Oh, puppy.
Oh, that's a good one. What's
What
his name?
kind is that? What kind of puppy is that?
Maltese.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
beautiful. What's its name?
His name is Benji, and he's 8 months old.
Oh,
Baby.
Darling.
8 months. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, good boy.
Anyway, good painting, isn't it?
He's a very good painting. It comes to life. I can see why you like painting animals. Nice job.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you for the class. It was wonderful as usual.
You're welcome. Thank you. Anybody else? Did I miss anybody? 3, 2, 1. Okay, guys.
Bye-bye.
Well, bye-bye. Have a great week and stuff.
Hey,
I
have
will,
a great time.
Have a great conference.
Thank Jim.
Can
yeah.
we stuff the ballot box? Can we stuff the ballot box? Like vote early, vote often?
Well, we could try that. I'll let you know if we can.
Okay. We'll be there for you.
Yep. Take care.
Thanks. I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye.
Good
See you all
night.
next week.
Bye.
Bye.